mind, I've always kind of looked at, stage by stage, like what kind of clients do I deal with, and in my mind, 3 categories came into mind right now while you were speaking. One was preventative dog owners, so people who want to get their dog trained before something bad has happened. The proactive dog owner, which is noticing things getting out of hand, and we have to teach them how to gain control of things that are getting out of hand. And then the other one would be like the reparative dog owner, the ones where we have to go ahead and repair, the neglect, the lack of training, the lack of focus on a certain area of training that we have to work with. And the way that we work with each individual one of those types of owners who fall into different categories, we have to adjust a little bit. We have to really empathize and get to know where they're at and why that's happening, because a lot of our job as trainers is how do I motivate that particular person to do the right thing for their dogs, right? What I see a lot with people who are preventative, these are the people that go, I got a 4-month-old puppy, I need help with potty training, he's not crazy or bad yet, but we just want to make sure we start off on the right track so that we don't have problems down the line. Those types of people we see are actually pretty good at staying on top of it, right? Those are the people who are putting in the homework, who don't want big problems ahead. They have a better idea of kind of the macro, big picture of, downstream, I know if I put a lot of work in up front, I'm not going to have any issues down the line.
Right.
But then we kind of get these people who, what did I call it? I forget what I called it, but the people in the middle who are starting to notice what is going wrong, and now they want to control it before it gets out of hand, right? These people, I feel, are some of the most eager to learn because they saw what happened when they weren't paying attention. And if the knowledge we give them, they eat it up and they see the results, and they walk their dog better on leash, or they start utilizing like a crate, or they start they start using more commands, they start requiring certain protocols from the dog inside the house, and they start seeing how by just having these little expectations and rules, that they're able to fix the dog. Now the last one, these are the restorative, the ones where we have to actually try and turn the dog's behavior around. These clients tend to be some of the hardest to work with, right? And I don't mean, in any judgments of if your dog has problems that you're hard to work with, but what we see is usually by the time that the dog has developed a behavioral issue, where they need professional help in order to try and even just manage the dog's behavior, we actually see a lot that the habits of the owners have been a certain way for many years, many months, and it's harder for us as dog trainers to guide them through changing those habits because they've existed for so long, right? If you had bad habits with a puppy, from age 2 months to 4 months, well, we can turn that around in about a month. But if you have bad habits with the dog for 3 years, 4 years, and you as the owner are used to behaving a certain way for 2 to 3 to 4 years, it is harder for us to train you to fix that issue,
right?
And to maintain that issue, just because you're out of practice, you're not conditioned to do it. So, just to kind of give you guys a little bit of insight